Hey crafty people, I am here with a design team project for ASC Supplies on Etsy. And I used the Heartfelt Creations, let's see, the 5x7 layered ovals white card. And you can create really cool dimensional layered cards. These are the pieces that you get. This is the base piece, and then these are the different pieces that you use to create that layered look. I also used a 6x6 layered circles card. Same type of thing. You get the base and then you get each one of the pieces with the circles. I kind of thought I would save these. I cut the tops off of them, and these could be used to make those pocket what are those things everybody makes with the pockets? The paper bags with all the stuff in them and everything. Anyway, I'm going to save these to possibly alter at some point in time. Stay tuned also and watch after the video is over showing the projects. I'm going to do a craft with me / tutorial. Parts of it are kind of not so bueno, but hopefully it'll help. Hopefully. All right. So I did not use any Heartfelt Creations paper because I didn't have any that I wanted to use for cards. The stuff I have, I'm using for mini albums. So this is my first card, and I did use paper from Monique's Digital Art on Etsy. I will link her also in the description box down below. I am a design team member for her, and this is my first card, and you can see that it is a Alice in Wonderland card. This is something I just found on Pinterest. I found myself in Wonderland, and I did an array of wild orchid craft flowers. I just love Monique's style of watercolor art. I just love it. So let me show you how this card, and I've got a few glue strings I'm trying to get rid of, works. It opens up. Well, let me show you on the edge here, on the spine of the card. I have more of her paper, and then that is the back with the little bunny and the teapot. All right. So it opens like this. And then on the next page, you have the crazy cat, Curiouser and Curiouser. And I did use a little bit of trim around the circle on all of these. This one says, "It's always tea time." And it's got the Mad Hatter hat. And this is also something I got on Pinterest. But this is part of the kit. And you can print out the teapot and all the different, I guess it's called clip art. You can print them all whatever size that you need for whatever project you have. This one, I love it. I love that little rabbit. Isn't it so cute? And then this is something I found on Pinterest, and I thought it was perfect. Follow the white rabbit. And then in the circle behind, I put, there's a pocket watch. The same pocket watch. I just printed it bigger and put it in the opening there. So that on the last page, I have the pocket watch here as well. And then you can write your message, and it doesn't show through to the front of the card. So that's what I wanted to do. And that is the first card. All right. The second card I made, and I was like, oh, I need to do like a tutorial on this or a craft with me. So, but I did make a mistake on this card. This is from Monique's collection called Balloons, and it's all hot air balloons, and I love to make hot air balloons dimensional. So that's what I did. I made 3-dimensional hot air balloons from her collection, and you know, everything in here is from her collection. So I fussy cut the clouds and popped them up, and everything has the pearl trim. All right, here we go. So this is where I made my mistake. I did not line up my paper at the score line. And so it sticks out See how it sticks out from my card? So that's where I messed up. But see how I layered the clouds? On this one, I did put a piece of acetate, and that's so I could layer the balloons on the acetate. But in here, I didn't do that. This is, you know, goes all the way through. But I did pop up the clouds and the balloons, and I just love how through the layers you can see. I just love it. So this page has more pink, kind of peachy pink. And then on the last page, I did cover up again the opening, but I did still make it dimensional. And then on the last page, I did this, popped up some more balloons, and I put pearl trim, and then this is the sentiment area with more popped up clouds and a balloon. And that's the back. So the next one, the last one, is the one we're going to do on the tutorial, and I did get this one correct as far as it's not sticking out the edge. So again, and I'm going to show you how to make the balloons, dimensional balloons as well. Super, super easy. So again, I got a piece of acetate here. And on this side, I just tried to cover up some of the mess with some clouds. And here we go again with layered balloons throughout. On this one, I did not put anything back here. I left it open. And you can write your message there. And the reason why I didn't cover it is because when this is closed, you can't see all the way through to the message on this one. So that was my concern. But anyway, so here are my cards. I hope you'll stay tuned and do the craft with me tutorial, and hopefully you get something out of it and enjoy it. Head over to ASC Supplies and Monique's Digital Art. Like I said, I will not only teach you how to put the card together, but how to do the dimensional balloons. So again, here's what you need to look for if you want to pick up the layer cards. And they have other styles as well, and you can get them in black, craft, and white. So there you go. That was my first time doing this style of card, and these will be for sale. If you're interested, my link is in, or my email is always in the description box down below. Otherwise, I'll be listing them on eBay in a day or so. All right, thanks for watching. Happy scrappy day. Bye, guys. Hey, crafty people. Okay, let's do a craft with me / tutorial. So I, obviously you've seen my projects that I made with these Heartfelt Creations layered circles card. And it's a craft card, as you've already seen, is this one. And, yeah, you've already seen that one. So the one that we're going to make together, I already made this one with the 5x7 layered circles, and that's the one we're going to make together. So here's your base that you get in your, you know, with your Heartfelt Creations. And you get, I'm sorry, I already have these layered. So you get your circles or your ovals pieces. And I have them already layered, so I don't want to. So I did actually cut my circles or my ovals bigger. I wanted them bigger than the ones that came with the kit. So I just took each layer and I cut out a bigger oval. And I ended up, let me show you if I can find it in my trash. So once I cut the circle or the oval bigger, I just ended up with this extra piece that I just threw away. So what we're going to do first, this is our largest oval, and because I want a layer of acetate on there, I'm going to go ahead and glue that on the back side. And it doesn't really matter whether you glue it on the back side or the front side, because we're going to cover it up. Okay. So, doing that first. And I am going to do the outer edge. Oh, you know what I did, guys? I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to show you why. Because what I've got here is 2 layers of the design paper that I'm going to use. And I want to make sure this is, yeah, that's pretty dry. So I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to get my die. That's too big. There's my die. Okay. So I want to make sure these are all 5 by 7 by 5 by 7. So you want to cut your piece of paper exactly 5 by 7 and 5 by 7. And you're going to fit that in the empty space. And then you're going to run it through your die cut machine. And since I'm doing 2 pieces of paper, I'm going to run it through a couple times. Okay. So now we have our original. Remember I had that little bit of glue on there? Okay, so that's our original piece. And this is the piece we cut to glue on. And then this piece is going to glue on the back. And now we're going to go ahead and put the acetate in, because we needed that opening so that we could put our die in there and make sure we're cutting exactly the same place. So let me go ahead and glue this on. Hope I haven't confused you guys with my, oh, wait a minute. All right, so you want to make sure your clouds, or whatever your paper is going in the direction you want it to go. So you don't want upside down whatever it is you're working with. All right, so now we're going to flip it over. And we're going to re-glue in our acetate. And you don't have to put in acetate. I don't think the ones that Heartfelt does have acetate in them, so you don't have to do that. So I'm going to look at it again and make sure my clouds are going the right direction. And then I'm going to glue the clouds on this. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not. Oh gosh, I keep screwing up. First, we have to adhere it to this flap. And I'm sorry I can't do this over because I don't have time to make another card. Make sure your clouds are in the right direction. And I'm going to have to cut a little bit of this down because I made my oval bigger. Okay. I told you guys once before, I'm horrible at tutorials, so forgive me. But I hope that you still can get something out of this. All right, so now we've got it adhered to the flap, and that's why we needed to get it adhered to the flap first. All right. Again, make sure your paper is going in the right direction. Now, if you have an issue like this, see a little bit of the other side of the paper is showing, make sure you're all the way to the edge of where your paper needs to be. And if you still have a little bit of a line, don't worry, because like you can put some trim there, or you could put some flowers there. You could put some clouds there, because like I have some clouds I fussy cut. You could, you know, do them like that. So don't worry if you've got a little bit of that there. I on the other one, I put the pearls there. So sometimes it's hard to get it exactly right. So then our next ones subsequently are going to get smaller and smaller as we go. And they're all going to be done the same. You know, using your die cut to cut out your oval to match the white card, and you're going to want to put it on before you put your backside. So I'll be back. See if we can do a little bit better this time. And one thing I discovered as I got to the end of die cutting these, I had been die cutting them where they're both facing this way. Okay, my suggestion to you is die cut them like this. Put them like this, and put this on, and then put your die and cut them out like that. Because they didn't come out perfectly, and that's, I'm pretty sure why. So I'm going to put this one on. And you want to get around all your edges really good. The rest of it doesn't matter so much. Okay. And then, what did I do? Oh my gosh, guys, look what I did. Oh my gosh, this tutorial's horrible. Horrible. Oh my gosh. Glued the two pieces together instead of gluing it on here. Oh my God. I promise I am not an idiot. I just act like one sometimes. So this glue, once you glue it down, it dries really quick, but it doesn't set really quick. And this is what I use, fabric tack. Okay. All right. So there we go. It's glued onto the white piece of paper. And now we're going to glue it onto our flap. Boy, I feel like I photo this morning. Usually people aren't watching me when I'm crafting, and if I mess up, it's not a big deal. But today, you, whoever you are at this moment, is watching me. Okay. So one thing that I messed up on my other hot air balloon one is you want to be sure it's like all the way flush down, all the way. One of my my ones on my other one is not, and it yeah, it's no good. Now, if you want to put acetate on each one of these, you can, but I didn't. I don't need. Make sure you know you're facing the right direction. Okay. All right, so there's our next one. Okay, that's our smallest. All right, this is our next one. I just love this paper. Super love this paper. All right, so there we go. Make sure you get it all the way flush down. I like this fabric tack because it does give you a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, see, here I am, not flush. All right, there we go. It is after 11 and I need to get ready for work, but I wanted to finish this segment of the card before I go. And remember not to panic too much if you don't meet up exactly right here, because you can always use trims to cover that up. And I'm sure there's probably better ways to do this than I'm showing you, but this is how I'm doing it. So this is the one that should actually match up really good because I did it properly. Okay. Guys, don't you just hate it when you're not planning to go to Michael's and then in an email comes a coupon that you're not sure you can actually pass up? And earlier today I saw a haul video of their Hot Buy paper pads, and they didn't have those last time I was there. And I thought, ooh, I could make some card kits out of those Hot Buy paper pads. So I might have to go on my way home from work. That would be the only reason I would go, and to get another thing of glue because their coupon was $20 off of a $50 purchase. That's like a lot, like a 40%. Isn't that like a 40% off? All right, see how perfect that one is? Okay, and then This is our last page. And I must have cut it wrong. So I'm going to have to cut this piece off. And then we got our back piece. That's our last piece. So you always want to be sure you have enough paper before you get started. That's kind of why, one of the reasons why I like to do digital with this, because if I need another sheet of paper, if I mess up, I can just print another one. All right, so there is the base. So you've got this page, that page, that page, and that page. And honestly, guys, this is a card, but think about how cool that would be as an insert in a mini album or something. I mean, you wouldn't be able to make this much space in between, but it's kind of cool. All right, so let me show you. I have already fussy cut some little balloons that were on some of the paper where I cut the edges off, and I cut out some clouds already. So there's that. And then I printed the balloons, and what I did was I printed 9 balloons per sheet. So I got 9 balloons, and the 9 balloons, once I fussy cut them all, is going to be enough to make one. So all of these balloons make this one, and then another sheet of 9 makes this one, and then another sheet of 9 makes that one. And we'll be doing those next. And I will show you how to make the dimensional balloons after work. So I'll see you guys later. And we can do, I went ahead and fussy cut all the balloons. So when you fussy cut the balloons, you want to cut one with the whole thing, including the bottom. And then all the others, you just want to fussy cut the balloon part. So this part I'm going to be really good at. I'm not going to mess it up like I did putting this together, because I've done this a million times. So you take all your balloons and you want to fold them in half with the crease folded, because so they're going to be a little bit different because of this part here, but don't worry about that. It actually turned out really cool. So I probably should have folded some of these in advance, because you don't really need to watch me fold all of these, but you're going to, because that's what I'm doing. If you want, it's probably even a little bit better if you take your bone folder, is that what this is? And you really get it folded really good. Okay, 2 more. This is our last one. All right. Now we're going to take them and we're going to use, I use fabric tack glue because it doesn't make your paper wrinkle. If you have a different favorite and it doesn't make the paper wrinkle, then fabulous. So what we're going to do is we're just going to keep layering. That's a lot of glue, guys. So what I'm going to do...
Welcome.
Wow. Welcome. It's going to say you've got mail here in just a sec.
You've got mail.
I tried to open that like 5 minutes ago and it wouldn't open. And now I'm on camera and it's going to open. Okay. So basically we're just layering these on top of each other, and you'll see how this is going to work out. In just a second. I really love doing this. This is so cool to do with hot air balloons. Okay. So you've got all our balloons like this. And you want to press them down really, really good. Get them all, get that glue set. And then you're going to bring them apart. Because some of your glue is going to schmooze out like that. And you want to get any excess off. You know, that schmoozing glue. All right. Now, you can, if you want to, you could take like a little pearl and glue it in between each one of the little balloons. But because this is so small, it doesn't really need that. So now with your full balloon, you're going to take it and you're going to put glue all over the balloon part, just the balloon part. And then you're going to lay this down on top. And that bottom balloon glued down really good. And voila, you have your first balloon. So I'm going to do that with these other two, and I'll be back. And off camera, I put all my pearls. Isn't it cool how that looks? Like so dimensional. So I just put my pearls on each. And remember, we just have the acetate on the first window. So let's get going here. So we're obviously going to put our dimensional balloons on the acetate window. And I think we're going to do it like this. So the first thing we're going to do is do this. Now, because we have the pearls on, we have to lift up the item, because then, you know, the pearls are raised. So we need to raise the balloons, the clouds. And I like to use hot glue because it dries so quickly. Some of the set this back on. So I'm going to do this half of the balloon. And then I need to do a little piece right here. Then I need to do the teacup part at the bottom. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And pardon me for 1 second. Okay, so whereas I use hot glue to get those on, I'm going to want to use my fabric tack to adhere it. And the reason is for the same reason I told you guys I like to use fabric tack previously, and that is that it gives me a little bit of wiggle room on moving it around. There we go. Okay. So then let's see. Okay, so we're going to put this like this. So we don't need, because this is, the cloud is already elevated, so we have this balloon, so we don't need anything there, but we do need some stuff under this part of the balloon. So looks like most of the cloud is going to need all right, that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and get my glue. And then our last balloon is going to go like this. So really the only thing is I need to put something at the top. And I need a little piece at the bottom. So that's how that's gonna go. Alrighty, so that's going to be the outside cover. I love it. Do you love it? So it's different. On this one I used the blue clouds, and this one I used the pink clouds. And we'll let that set. Well, that should be okay. The only thing, guys, is it does look ugly when you turn it. So, you know, the goal is that you keep focusing on this as you're turning it. So, pay no attention to the ugly side. Okay. So I think we'll do that. So I'm going to need this, and then a little bit on this edge. Let's see. You know, the more I look over there and see this, I can probably cut some clouds. I have some clouds I already cut. I can kind of do this to distract. Yeah, and you won't be able to see this on the other side. It'll just help distract from the ugliness. Okay, so we have some hot air balloons here, and I want to use the slightly bigger ones for this next layer. So there's that one, and I'll be honest with you, that looks like it needs a double. It needs 2 layers of this fun foam. If you're wondering what that is, it is just a sheet of fun foam that I got at Michael's, and I prefer to use that than the double sticky. There, that looks better. Okay. And then I think I'm going to do this like that. So So you can't, because I put so many clouds here, you really aren't going to see what's behind until you open it up. And that's okay. I think I might actually... Let me see. I think I'll put another cloud right there. And once again, that cloud needs a double. Don't know why. Okay. So then here, I have some more of these clouds. Okay. There we go. We have that one. Do it like that. This is how interesting this is when I'm not talking to people, because I'm not used to people watching me craft. But ouch. I think it's funny when I'm watching videos and somebody's doing some kind of like tutorial and they're like, be careful when you're using your hot glue gun. And I'm kind of like, do they not know that? Do they not? Do they really not know to be careful with their hot glue gun? But I guess some people don't. So if you don't know, be careful with your hot glue gun. Okay. All right. You know, should I put those clouds there? I think I should. I think I will. Should I put one more right here? What do you guys think? Maybe I should. Maybe I should put this one there. Sorry, I had to type a message. Somebody's trying to buy something from me on Marketplace. Okay, then our last one, I have the smallest balloons, and I have lots of clouds. And I want to use these clouds mostly to add dimension. Okay, let's see. So these aren't really to go in front of the opening, because the opening is kind of small. And now we will, this is going to be the longest tutorial ever. I'm sorry. Let's do this one. My goodness, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's only 6:05. I thought it was like almost 7. Okay, there's that one. And then I got this little one. All right. So we're not done yet, but I'm going to halt it here and just show you, see when you open it up, all the different layers and how cool that looks. So I'm going to get rid of all my glue strings and figure out what to do here. Probably, I thought I had, oh, here it is. And this is what I'm going to do, is put this here. And I'll probably put some pearls on it too. But I think that gives you a good idea of how to do these cards. And I'm going to probably pop a few of these up. Maybe pop up a few clouds on here and call it a day. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know. Thanks for watching.